You know what's strange? The most perceptive, emotionally intelligent people you'll ever meet didn't develop those abilities through books or meditation. They developed them at home, in a childhood where reading the room wasn't a skill, it was survival. Psychologists call this traumatic intelligence, and the premise is uncomfortable but important. Trauma doesn't only wound people. In rare cases, it builds something most people never become, a cognitive system so finely tuned to danger and deception that it operates almost nothing like ordinary intelligence at all. Sign 1. You read the room in the first 3 seconds, then immediately doubt yourself. You walk into a space and clock everything instantly, the jaw that's clenched, the laugh that's a half beat too loud, the silence sitting in the wrong place. But here's the part almost nobody mentions. The moment you notice it, a second voice kicks in. Am I imagining this? Am I being paranoid? That second guessing isn't a flaw in the system. It's the system itself. Because as a kid, naming the danger out loud sometimes made things worse. So you learn to see it and say nothing. You're not just hyper-aware. You're hyper-aware while pretending you're not. Sign 2. You can predict the fight before either person knows they're about to have it. This is forecasting, not just reading. You'll sense a fight building between two people days before either of them is consciously aware they're upset. You feel the temperature shift in a group chat. You know somehow that a calm dinner is about to turn, minutes before the first word is even said wrong. This came from forecasting one specific, unpredictable person, over and over, as a survival routine. The unsettling part? It doesn't turn off around strangers. It runs on everyone now, whether you want it to or not. If you just felt a small jolt of recognition reading that, hold on to it. The next one explains something even stranger about why your body actually prefers chaos to peace. Sign 3. Crisis doesn't scare you. Boredom does. When something actually goes wrong, you don't panic. You sharpen. People call this composure. What they don't see is the strange, almost guilty comfort underneath it. Your nervous system was calibrated in chaos, so chaos feels like home turf. It's calm, ordinary, conflict-free days that quietly unsettle you, because nothing is telling your body what to brace for. That's the part nobody wants to admit out loud. Some of you have caught yourselves almost missing the adrenaline. Sign 4. You can tell exactly when someone is lying, but you can't always tell why you know. It's not a hunch. It's a half-second delay in someone's eye contact, a sentence that's grammatically too perfect to be spontaneous, an explanation that arrives slightly too fast. You clock the lie almost instantly, but you often can't explain how you knew, even to yourself. That gap between knowing and explaining is exhausting, because you end up either staying silent or sounding paranoid when you try to put words to something your nervous system processed in a fraction of a second. Sign 5. Asking for help feels like handing someone a weapon. This isn't simple self-reliance. It's specific. The thought of needing someone and having them let you down feels worse than just struggling alone. So you quietly built a life where you almost never need to find out. The cost shows up in small, invisible ways. The help you never asked for. The support you turned down out of reflex, not pride. 2 signs left. And they're the ones almost nobody talks about, including the people who actually live with them. Sign 6. You've quietly tested people without telling them. You don't just hesitate to trust. You run small, often unconscious experiments, a minor inconsistency you mention on purpose just to see if they notice it later. A version of a story changed slightly between 2 tellings. You're not doing this to manipulate anyone. You're checking the way you once had to check, whether the story matched what actually happened. Sign 7. A quiet room feels like the pause before something goes wrong. Rest should feel like relief. For you, stillness can feel like waiting for the other shoe to drop. The unsettling part is what this costs you in the present. Good, safe, uneventful moments, the ones you actually deserve to enjoy, sometimes get quietly ruined by a nervous system still bracing for an ending that already happened a long time ago. Sign 8. A stranger's small kindness can wreck you for the rest of the day. Not abstract sensitivity, something oddly specific. A small, unexpected kindness from someone who owed you nothing can leave you blindsided, fighting tears in a parking lot for reasons you can't fully explain. Here's the part that actually explains it. Your nervous system was tuned for years to expect conditions and catches behind every kind gesture. So when kindness arrives with no hidden cost attached, your brain genuinely doesn't know where to file it. It doesn't land softly like it does for everyone else. It overflows, because there was never a safe place built inside you for kindness that asks for nothing back. Here's what's worth sitting with. None of this is a superpower with no downside. Every sign on this list comes paired with a cost that rarely gets mentioned in the same breath. The doubt under the perception, the test you didn't admit you were running, the rest you can't quite take, the kindness you can't quite receive. If you recognized yourself in more than a few of these, that recognition matters. For a long time, the very things that made you this way probably also made you feel like something was simply wrong with you. Nothing was wrong with you. You were adapting, and the adaptation worked. The question now is what it's still costing you and whether you're ready to find out.